Hi, in this video we will discuss a new pattern sample question paper of class 12 which is released by Cbse board recently. In this question paper we have total 50 objective questions and the question paper is divided into three sections, a section A, a section B and section C. In section A we have 20 questions, out of that 20 we have to answer 16 questions, and section B is also having 20 questions. On that also we have to answer 16 questions, and section C is having 10 questions. On that we have to answer 8 questions, and that section C is of case study questions. We will have 2 case study questions, a total 10 questions. From that we have to answer 8 questions. So that means we have to answer 40 questions out of this 50, and each question is having only 1 mark and there is no negative marking. That means the total mark is 40 and the time allotted is 90 minutes. That means 1.5 hours. So let's move to question number 1. Here we have to find the value of sine pi by 3 minus sine inverse of minus 1 by 2. So that is equal to, we know about the sine inverse of minus x. We already studied that sine inverse of minus x, that is equal to minus of sine inverse x. So we can apply that here. Instead of x, here we have 1 by 2. So this becomes a sine of pi by 3 minus then minus of sine inverse 1 by 2. So we can simplify, we will get a sine of pi by 3 plus then sine inverse 1 by 2. We know that is pi by 6 or 30 degree. So that is equal to here sine 60 plus 30, we know 90, or we can write it as pi by 2, and sin pi by 2 value is 1. Therefore option D is the correct answer. Second question, here they are saying that this f of x is continuous at x is equal to 0, and we have to find the value of k. If f of x is continuous at x is equal to 0, then we can equate f of 0, that is equal to limit x tends to 0 f of x. So that's why here we can write f of 0, that is equal to limit x tends to 0 f of x. That means here f of 0 is 1 by 2, that is equal to limit x tends to 0. So function is 1 minus cos kx divided by x sin x. So if we apply x value equal to 0, we will get a 0 by 0 form. That means we have to simplify by some other method. So here it is 1 by 2, that is equal to limit x tends to 0. We already know 1 minus cos theta, that is equal to sin square theta by 2. So we can write like that. So we will get a 2 sin square, but instead of theta here we have kx, so by 2 divided by x sin x. Now we have to make some rearrangements. So 1 by 2, that is equal to limit x tends to 0. Here it is 2 sin kx by 2 into sin kx by 2 divided by x sin x. And we know limit x tends to 0, sin x by x is 1. So here it is sin kx by 2. Then if we have kx by 2 in the denominator, then we can make it as 1. That's why here we need kx by 2 in the denominator, but we know here we have x, so we are just dividing with the 2. So here we are multiplying that, and here we need a k, so in numerator also we are multiplying k. And here you can see here sin kx by 2, so we need again one more kx by 2. So here it is kx by 2, that means into 2, here it is k into x. Now we can rearrange. So 1 by 2 is equal to limit x tends to 0. Here we can cancel this 2 and we can write it as k sin kx by 2 divided by kx by 2 into, here we can write it as sin kx by 2 all divided by kx by 2, and into, here you can see numerator we have k, so we can write that, and by 2 is there in the denominator, and here we have x, that x I am writing separately and I am writing with this sin x. Now we can see here this become 1 and this also become 1 and this also become 1, correct. So that's why we can say 1 by 2, that is equal to k into k by 2, that means here it is k into k by 2 into 1 into 1 into 1. Here I didn't change this x tends to 0. Here anyway, when x tends to 0, kx by 2 is also tends to 0. That's why I didn't separately, but it is understood that this value is 1. So here what we are getting now means 1 by 2 is equal to k square by 2, or we can say k square is equal to 1. So when we simplify, we are getting k is equal to plus or minus 1, but in the question it is given k less than 0. That means we have to take only negative 1 as the value of k. So option B is the correct answer. The third question, here they gave one matrix A and it is a square matrix of order 2, and which is given like this. They are saying that when I is equal to j, the element is 0. So we know here this is A11, so that element is 0, and here we know that is A22, that element is also 0. And they are saying that when I not equal to j, the elements are 1. So here this is 1 and this is also 1. Now they are asking to find the value of A square. So we can multiply matrix A with the matrix A. So 0 1 1 0 with the 0 1 1 0. So that is equal to, here when we multiply first row with the first column, 0 with the 0 0, 1 with the 1 is 1, correct. And then here it is 0 with the 1, that is 0, 1 with the 0, that is also 0. Here 1 with the 0, that is 0, 0 with the 1, that is also 0. Here 1 with the 1, we will get 1, and 0 with the 0, that is 0. So that is equal to 1 0 0 1. So here we are getting an identity matrix as the answer. So option D is the correct answer. Fourth question, here it is given matrix A is a singular matrix and matrix A is also given, and we know for singular matrix a determinant A value is 0. So that's why here we can write determinant A is equal to 0, or determinant K 8 4 2k, that is equal to 0. And here just simplify, k into 2k is 2, k square minus 4 into 8 is 32, that equals 0. So, or 2k square is equal to 32, k square is equal to 16, or k is equal to plus or minus 4. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Fifth question, here they are asking to find the intervals where f of x is strictly increasing. So for that we will find the derivative, right? So we have to find the derivative of x square minus 4x plus 6. That means we will get 2x minus 4. So after that we will equate f dash x equal to 0. That means we will equate 2x minus 4 is equal to 0. We will get x is equal to 2. That means we can form the intervals like minus infinity to 2 and 2 to infinity. After that we will check the sign of f dash x in each interval. So we can take 0 here and we can substitute in f dash x. When we substitute 0, we will get negative 4. That means f of x is strictly decreasing in the interval minus infinity to 2. So we can take any value from this interval. If we take 3, here you can see we will get 6 minus 4, we will get 2. That means f dash x is positive in this interval. So definitely we can say f of x is strictly increasing the interval 2 to infinity. Therefore option B is the correct answer. Sixth question, here we have to find the determinant of adjoint A, and for that determinant A is given and the order of matrix A is also given, and we already learned the determinant of adjoint A, that is equal to determinant A to the power n minus 1, where n is the order. So here determinant A is given, that is minus 4, and we know order is 3. So here we can substitute, so we will get 3 minus 1. So that is equal to minus 4 square, that is equal to 16. So option D is the correct answer here. A seventh question, here there is a relation given and a set A is also given, and they are asking to find an ordered pair to remove from this relation to make it as equivalent relation. So here you can see 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 3 comma 3 is there, that's why it is reflexive. Here 1 comma 2 is there, but 2 comma 1 is not there, that's why it is not symmetric. And here it is 1 comma 2, 2 comma 2, so 1 comma 2 should be there, it is there. Here 1 comma 1, 1 comma 2, then 1 comma 2 should be there, it is there. That means it is already transitive. That means the given relation is reflexive and transitive, but it is not symmetric because 1 comma 2 is there, but 2 comma 1 is not there. So we can just remove this 1 comma 2 from the relation, so it will become an equivalence relation. We can write the answer. It is ordered pair 1, 2 or option B. That's the correct answer. Eighth question. Here two matrices are equal and we have to find the value of A plus B minus C plus 2D. So first we have to find the values of A, B, C, D from this condition, and we know if two matrices are equal, their corresponding elements are equal. That's why we can write 2A plus B, that is equal to 4, A minus 2B, that is equal to minus 3. Here 5C minus D, that is equal to 11, 4C plus 3D, that is equal to 24. So here we are getting pair of linear equation in A and B. Here we are getting pair of linear equation in the variable C and D. We know the methods to find the variables. Either we can use substitution method or elimination method or cross multiplication method. I am going to apply elimination method only here. So for that I am multiplying second equation with 2 to make their coefficients of A as same. So first is same only, so 2A plus B is equal to 4, but second equation into 2 means here it is 2A, here it is minus 4B, that is equal to here it is minus 6. Here we can subtract, so we will get here 1B minus of minus 4B means 1 plus 4B, that is 5B, that is equal to 4 minus of minus 6 means 4 plus 6, that is 10. So here we will get the value of B as 10 by 5 or it is 2. So substitute here, we will get it as 2A plus 2, that is equal to 4. That means 2A is equal to 2, or we are getting the value of A as 1. And look here, second equation, it is 4C plus 3D, that is equal to 24. So that's why we can multiply a first equation with the 3 to make the coefficients of D as same. So that means here it is 15C, that means 5 into 3 means 15. Here it is minus 3D, that is equal to 3 into 11, 33, and next equation is same 4C plus 3D, that is equal to 24. Now we can see here minus 3 plus 3, so we should add these two equations. So when we add here, we will get 19C, that is equal to 33 plus 24, we will get it as 57. That means C is equal to 57 by 9, we will get it as 3. Substitute in any one equation. If we substitute here, we will get 15 minus D, that is equal to 11, or D is equal to 15 minus 11, we will get D is equal to 4. So now we can find the value of A plus B minus C plus 2D, that means minus C plus 2D. So here we can substitute A is 1 and B is 2, C is 3 and D is 4. That means it is 3 minus 3 plus 8, so we will get it as 8. That means option A is the correct answer. Ninth question. Here they are asking to find a point on the curve, and the condition given is that the normal of the curve which is perpendicular to the line, and we know if normal is perpendicular, then the tangent of the curve will be parallel to this line, right? So at the time we can say then the slope of tangent will be equal to slope of this line, and we know how to find the slope of the tangent from a curve. We have to just differentiate with respect to x, and here we can easily find the slope and we can equate both. So from that we will get the value of x, correct? So we can find the derivative of first curve, that means dy by dx equal to x derivative is 1, then we know 1 by x derivative is minus 1 by x square. So this will be the slope of tangent, and here from this one we can find the slope, that is equal to negative A by B, that means we are getting negative 3 divided by negative 4, that is equal to 3 by 4. So when tangent is parallel to this line, these slopes are equal. We can equate this 1 minus 1 by x square, that is equal to 3 by 4, or 1 minus 3 by 4, that is equal to 1 divided by x square. So when we cross multiply, we will get 4 minus 3 by 4, that is equal to 1 by x square, or 1 by x square is equal to 1 by 4. So from this one we will get x square is equal to 4. That means x is equal to plus or minus 2, but in the question it is given x should be greater than 0. That means we cannot take minus 2 as x. That means x is equal to only plus 2 will come. We can substitute this value in the curve. At the time we will get y is equal to 2 plus 1 by 2. That means y is equal to 4 plus 1 by 2, or it is 5 by 2. That means we are getting the point as 2 comma 5 by 2. So option A is the correct answer. 10th question. Here we have to find the value of a sine of a tan inverse x. So for that we can convert this tan inverse x into a sine inverse term. So for that we can make a triangle, and here we can take this tan inverse x as theta. That means x is equal to tan theta. So if you mark one angle as theta, we know opposite by adjacent, that is equal to tan value. So here it is x, means we can take x as opposite side and 1 as adjacent side. So x by 1 is x. So from here we can find the hypotenuse. So we will get the square root of 1 plus x square. So outside it is sine, so we have to get a sine inverse, right? So for that we can find sine theta. What is sine theta? Means opposite by hypotenuse. So we will get x divided by root of 1 plus x square. So what is theta? Means it is a sine inverse of x divided by square root of 1 plus x square. So here tan inverse x we substitute as theta, correct? So instead of that theta, now we got it as sine inverse of x divided by a root of 1 plus x square. So here we can write that is equal to sine of sine inverse x divided by square root of 1 plus x square. A sine of sine inverse get cancelled, so we will get x divided by a square root of 1 plus x square as the answer. So option D is the correct one. 11th question. Here there is a set A and the relation is given like a ordered pair AB such that mod of A minus B is a multiple of 4, and they are asking to find the equivalence class of the element 1. That means we have to find the numbers from the set which is related to the element 1, correct? Anyway, we know 1 comma 1 is there in the relation, 1 comma 5 is there in the relation, 1 comma 9 is there in the relation, then 5 comma 1 is there in the relation, and 9 comma 1 is there in the relation. That means from this one we can write the elements which is related to 1. We can see 1 is related to 1, 5 is related to 1, and 9 is also related to 1. So we can write it as a set. Therefore option A is the correct answer. 12th question. Here we have to find the value of dy by dx from the given relation. So for that we can simplify this e power x plus e power y, that is equal to, here I am writing it as e power x into e power y. We know a power m into a power n, that is equal to a power m plus n. We studied laws of exponents in lower classes. Now we can bring this e power x into e power y to left side. So at the time it is e power x plus e power y all divided by e power x into e power y, that is equal to 1. So after that we can give this term separately. At the time it is e power x divided by e power x into e power y plus e power y divided by e power x into e power y, that is equal to 1. Now here we can cancel e power x from numerator and denominator. In this case we can cancel e power y from numerator and denominator. That means 1 divided by e power y plus 1 divided by e power x, that is equal to 1. Or we can write it as e power minus y plus e power minus x, that is equal to 1. We know 1 divided by a power n, that is equal to a power negative n. After that, now we can differentiate on both sides with respect to x. So at the time e power minus y into derivative of minus y, that means it is minus dy by dx, plus e power minus x derivative is e power minus x into minus 1, and derivative of 1, that is equal to 0. So here we are getting e power minus y into negative dy by dx, that is equal to e power minus x. Already it is negative, so when we take to that side it becomes positive, right? Now what is dy by dx means? That is e power minus x divided by negative e power minus y. That means dy by dx is equal to negative of this become e power y in the numerator, then into e power minus x is there. So dy by dx, that is equal to negative of e power y plus minus x. Here again laws of exponents only. That means dy by dx is equal to negative e power y minus x. So option C is the correct answer. 13th question. Here the order of A and B are given. Then they are asking to find the order of C, where C is equal to 5A plus 3B, right? And we already know the sum of two matrices is possible only when their orders are same. So that means this 3 by n should be is equal to m by 5. So that means we can say here 3 by n, that is equal to m by 5. So from that we can write m is equal to 3 and then we can say n is equal to 5, correct. So m is equal to 3 and n is equal to 5. That means the order of C, that also should be 3 by 5. Here also it is 3 by 5. Directly we can say, therefore the order of C, that is 3 by 5. Therefore option B is the correct answer. 14th question. Here y value is given and they are asking to find the value of d square y by dx square. That means we have to find a second derivative of this function with respect to x. So we can directly find a dy by dx first derivative. So 5 into cos x derivative is minus sin x, minus 3 into sin x derivative is cos x. Now we can find second derivative d square y by dx square. So that is equal to minus 5 into derivative sin x, that is cos x. Here it is minus 3 into derivative of cos x is minus sin x. So that means d square y by dx square, that is equal to, anyway here we can take one negative sign outside, that means it is negative of 5 cos x, here minus 3 sin x. So now we can see this is the given function y, that means we can write d square y by dx square is equal to minus y, that means option A is the correct answer. 15th question. Here matrix A is given and they are asking to find the transpose of adjoint A matrix. So directly we can write adjoint A. So we already know for 2 by 2 matrix we have to interchange diagonal elements, that means here is 7 2. Then we have to change the sign of non-diagonal elements, that means here it is minus 5 and here it is plus 11. So we can take the transpose of adjoint A now, that is equal to 7 11 minus 5 2. So option C is the correct answer. 16th question. Here we have to find the points on this curve at which the tangent of this curve is parallel to y axis. And here we know this equation is equation of ellipse. So we can just make a figure. So at a time major axis on y axis and minor axis on x axis. And here we can write the endpoints. Here it is 9 means here I can write as 3 comma 0. This will be minus 3 comma 0. Here it is 16 means here it is 0 comma 4 and here it is 0 comma minus 4, right. Now we can take the tangents which is parallel to y axis, means one tangent will be at here and another is at here. That means you can see the points, one is minus 3 comma 0, another is 3 comma 0. That's why we can say plus or minus 3 comma 0 are the points where the tangent is parallel to y axis. Therefore option C is the correct answer. So here it is a multiple choice question, that's why we can apply any method. 17th question. Here we have to find the value of a sigma I equal to 1 to 3 ai2 into capital AI2, where capital Aij represent cofactor. Here we can give the values of I. So at a time when I is equal to 1, this is A12 into capital A12. Then I is equal to 2, that means it is A22 into capital A22, plus I is equal to 3 means it is A32, then capital A32. Now you can see these elements A12, A22, A32 means that are the elements of a second column. And here capital A12, capital A22 and capital A32 means that are the cofactors of a second column. When we multiply the elements of one column or one row with the respective cofactors and if we find the sum, we will get the determinant value. So we can say this is equal to the same determinant A, and which is given as minus 7. That's why we can say option B is the correct answer. 18th question. Here we have to find the value of dy by dx. So it's a composite function. Directly we can move to derivative. So first derivative of log we have to find. We know log x derivative is 1 by x. So log of f of x means 1 by f of x will come. That means it is 1 divided by cos x into e power x. Then into derivative of f dash x we have to find. That means derivative of cos of e power x we have to find, right. So now derivative of cos is a minus sign, so we can write it as minus sine e power x, then into derivative of e power x we have to find, that means that is e power x. So when we simplify, we are getting it as negative e power x into a sine e power x divided by a cos e power x, and we know sine by cos is tan, that's why this is equal to negative e power x into tan of e power x, that's why option D is the correct answer. 19th question, here we have to find the maximum value of this objective function. So for that we have the graph and the feasible region is also given and the corner points are also there, and it is mentioned like a, b, c, d, right? So we can just substitute these values in the objective function and we can check the value of that. So when we substitute 0, 10 instead of x and y, here we will get it as 0 plus 9 into 10, we will get it as 90 at the point A. Now we can substitute 5, 5 instead of x and y at a time, here we will get it as 15 plus 45, that is equal to 60, and here we can substitute 15 and 15 instead of x and y, at a time we will get it as 3 into 15, we will get 45 plus 9 into 15, we will get 135. So when we find the sum, we will get 180 at the point C. Now we can substitute 0, 20 instead of x and y, at the time we will get it as 0 plus 9 into 20, that is 180. So we are getting it as 180 at the point D. So the values of Z are 90, 60, 180 and 180. You can see 180 is the maximum value, but it occurs at 2 points C and D. So we already know if two corner points have same value of Z, then any point on the line segment of that corner points also will have the same Z value. Therefore, we can say here any point on the line segment CD also will have the same maximum value 180 for Z or objective function. That's why we can say option D is the correct answer here. Question number 20. Here we have to find the least value of f of x in closed interval 0 to pi by 2. That means we have to find the absolute minimum value of this function in this closed interval. So it is not about a local minimum value. Anyway, for local minimum or absolute minimum, we will find the derivative of the given function first. So that means here f dash x, that is equal to 2 into derivative of cos x is minus sin x plus derivative of x, that is equal to 1. That means this is equal to minus 2 sin x plus 1. After that we will equate f dash x equal to 0 and we will find the value of x. That means f dash x equal to 0 implies minus 2 sin x plus 1, that is equal to 0, or minus 2 sin x, that is equal to minus 1, or sin x is equal to positive 1 by 2 we are getting. That means x value is equal to 30 degree or pi by 6. Now for absolute minimum or maximum, we will find the value of function at this point and the end points of that given closed interval. That means we have to find f of 0, f of pi by 2 and f of pi by 6, and which is minimum, that will be the absolute minimum value or least value in the closed interval. So f of 0 means here we can substitute, that means it is 2 cos 0 plus 0. What is cos 0 means, that is 1, so here it is 2 plus 0, we are getting 2. What is f of pi by 2 means, here we can substitute, that means 2 cos pi by 2 plus pi by 2, that is equal to, anyway cos pi by 2 is 0, so it is 0 plus pi by 2, we are getting it as pi by 2. Now f of pi by 6 we can find, so we can substitute here. At a time we will get it as 2 cos pi by 6 plus pi by 6. That means it is 2 into cos 30 means it is root 3 by 2 plus pi by 6. Here we can cancel 2. So we are getting root 3 plus pi by 6. So we have to find which is least among these. Anyway, here it is 2, and here it is pi by 2 means approximately it is equal to 1.57 because 3.14 divided by 2, correct? And here it is approximately equal to 1.73 plus pi by 6 is approximately, I am taking like a 0.5. Anyway, it is more than 2, right? So here it is 2, here it is more than 2, and here it is approximately 1.57. That means 1.57 is the least value among f of 0, f of pi by 2 and f of pi by 6. That means pi by 2 is the minimum value of this function in closed interval 0 to pi by 2. So we can write the least values pi by 2, therefore it is option C. And you can see option D, they gave the option only to confuse us.